Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Let's dive into this article. So this article is coming from wellandgood.com. So, an 82-year-old triathlete and longevity expert. Here's my top tip for staying mentally and physically sharp. So a little bit about this 82-year-old. Joseph Maron, MD, is an 82-year-old triathlete, former neurosurgeon, longevity expert, and current member of Aviv's Global Aging Consortium. But when he was in his mid 40s, before he contemplated running, biking, and swimming in succession, he experienced what he calls life quake. A personal loss led to a depression so deep that he had to quit doing neurosurgery. Then one day, a concerned business associate called and asked him to go for a run. Though Dr. Moran could barely get out of bed, the associate convinced him to throw an old pair of scrubs and give it a shot. I was exhausted and fatigued, he quoted, but that night was the first night I had slept in 3 or 4 months. He slowly but surely kept at it and even started integrating swimming and cycling into his new fitness regime. So eventually, working up to become a triathlete, looking back, he realized that he had been healing his brain with his body. Exercise is one way to prevent depression, but it also can treat depression since physical activity stimulates the brain to form new neural connections, which improves brain health overall. After Dr. Maroon was able to start practicing neurosurgery again. He even found he was better at it, more empathetic doctor for patients. So while exercise, Dr. Maroon rebuilt after the life quake. The experience also made him rethink his approach to life as a former workaholic, which is why today the longevity experts tip for staying mentally and physical sharp is to cultivate balance in your life. In a world rife with global and personal challenges, quote, you have to you have to have that if you're going to function at peak performance, unquote. So balance is easier said than done. But Dr. Maroon says useful exercise is to think of the four components of your life as the four sides of a square. The four sides of a square: work, family, social, physical, and spiritual. The length of a side represents the amount of time spent and importance given to that aspect. I personally like to I say the physical, spiritual, financial, and mental. Those are my four sides that I've been working on for the past 5 years, and trust me, it's not easy. But yeah, working out is one of the best way to treat depression, and it makes you feel so good after when you do a little workout. And guys, working out doesn't just mean going to the gym. It doesn't mean that you have to go to Good Life or all the other gyms, Fit for Less, or whatever else they're called. Because some of those memberships are very expensive, and in times like this, not a lot of people can afford that. Just get up and go walk. Get up and go for a walk. Nice long 2 hour walk. Start off with 20 minutes if you can't do two. And after that, gradually go up to 40 minutes. And then after that, you go do a 50-minute walk. And after that, you know, just keep challenging yourself. And if you know, whatever way you see yourself as a, fitness wise, you can do some push-ups, you can do pull-ups, you can do dips. Um, you know, you can do a bunch of different workouts. You can do squats for your legs, you can do lunges for your legs, you can do push-ups for your core and your chest and your shoulder and your back, right? So you don't have to go to the gym. You just have to build up that willpower. So this is what the doctor says: balance is easier said than done. But Dr. Maroon says a useful exercise is to think of four components of your life as the four sides of a square. The four sides are work, family, social, physical, and spiritual. The length of a side represents the amount of time spent and importance given to that aspect, which is very true. So, with a pen on a piece of paper, draw your square seriously. Go ahead and actually do it. If one side is longer or shorter than the other, you'll get more of a trapezoid than a square, and you can visually see whether your time and priorities are out of whack. Cultivating balance means equalizing those sides to form those 90-degree angles. Of course, there are times when one part of our life takes more precedence, and experts agree that's okay. Right, guys? So if you're failing, if you if you have a schedule and you broke the schedule, don't punish yourself. Just get back up. Just get back up. It's the same thing with spirituality. If you're practicing spirituality and you fail and you feel like you feel spiritually weak, still continue. Do not give up. So, of course, there are times when one part of your life takes more precedence, and experts agree that's okay. The key is to make sure that read with me, that it's a conscious choice. So let's read this and wrap this up. Quote, have mindfulness and awareness, Dr. Maroon says. Most people, like I did myself, are sorry. I function. I went through the day. I did everything reacting to all of the sensory input from other people and other circumstances without really being aware of where my life was going or what I was doing. Bring awareness and mindfulness on a daily basis to one square. And that is so true. You have to bring awareness and mindfulness, and you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan. You have to literally get a pen and a paper, look at your day, and say, yo, listen, I have 24 hour in a day. How am I going to do this? Okay, all right, I'm going to force myself to sleep. Well, forcing yourself to sleep doesn't mean taking pills and foolishness like that, but other people do it. I can't say I agree with it. So, what you're going to do, if you plan to wake up 7 o'clock, how many hours sleep do you need? 7, 8 hours? So you put that factor in. Let's say you have to wake up, let's say you have to go to bed 10 o'clock. Go to bed 9 o'clock. Go in bed. Watch a television, read a book, listen to a lecture, listen to an ebook, sleep. Wake up at 7 o'clock. Take a shower, feel fresh. Eat something. Fruits, cereal, oatmeal, whatever, right? Then you go for your walk. Come back, right? Make dinner. Read. Listen to something positive. And just plan your day like that. Go to work if you work afternoons. If you work mornings, do the same thing. Go to work, come back home, take a shower, relax a little, go for a walk, come back. Plan your day properly, especially days off. Don't just stay home and let the time burn and At the end of the day, you look back at it and you said to yourself, man, I wasted this entire day. I didn't even went outside today. Right? So just try to figure out that plan for your life. And I believe fully that this is, if not the cure, the help for this depression, is having a balanced life. And exercise is a great start when it comes to that. I personally can tell you that because I battle with depression. Um, I'm winning. You want to be ahead of that. You want to say to yourself, and you want to believe it, that you're winning. So guys, there's gonna be more video on this. This is a personal subject, it's a personal topic, it's a personal challenge of mine, and it's gonna be more coming up. Plus, hiking season is coming up. The weather is getting better in Canada. Snow is starting to melt off the ground. The cold is starting to vanish away. It's time to start going outside and walking and moving. The dogs will love you for that. All right, guys. So take care. Have a great day.